Today on Nemology, we sit down with the creator who went from managing an artist in Mississippi to becoming one of the most influential voices on Instagram all in less than a year. Jerry Bivins, CEO of Monster Task, didn't grow a social media following. He built a movement. His content inspired thousands of people, literally, to pack their bags, leave their comfort zone, and move abroad. His mission? To show people who look like him that the world is bigger than the neighborhood that they grew up in. And in this episode, Jerry opens up about everything. His childhood shaped by a single mother who pushed him to see the world, the discipline he learned bouncing between environments, and the darkest moments of his life. From losing all his money to gambling, to hitting rock bottom, and then rebuilding himself through purpose and content. We go deep into mindset, discipline, distractions, content creation, networking, delegation, business, relationships, and why success loves speed. Get ready for an honest, raw, and deeply inspiring conversation. This is Jerry Bivins. Let's get into it.
This gonna be a funny podcast.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to Nemology. I'm here with the king of Instagram, Jerry CEO.
What's up, man?
Welcome
Appreciate it
to
having
the
me
show,
here, bro.
bro. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Honestly, you guys, side note, you got to check out his fucking content. When I first met him, I just I was on the toilet and I just fucking brain rot scrolled through the entire thing. It's addictive as fuck. I love the content, love the voiceovers. And bro, this guy's engagement, top notch, so.
Appreciate that, bro.
Bro, how'd you get into that? What made you do that shit?
Bro, so I managed the artist and he ended up getting sick in December last year. And I was just sitting there and I'm used to always managing him. And I took a course to start editing content. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna just start dropping. My 7th video went viral. And then after that, I was like, because it's so cheap out here. So it's you get to save the money, the amount of money you would spend in the United States. And then I get to still shoot the same amount of content that cost me 70% cheaper here. And it's why not record it and show people and get a following at the same time? That was my thought process. I'm doing the same thing I was doing in the States, but doing it here.
So you grew, how long did it take to grow your channel?
So I started really posting in February, and then, so it's been 9 months.
What?
Yeah, it's been 9 months.
Yo, this dude cracked the code, man. That's insane. And it's your guys are fucking engaged. Your people are loyal. They're commenting. They're liking, sharing.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool because, when you have a good audience, when you have a mission behind, and that's why, our video did good, because we have a mission behind it. It's it's bigger than just making content. I'm making content for people who look like me, who may not know they can live out the country. Because their parents may not have ever been out the country more than just Mexico or even out their state or city. So it's dang, this guy really lives out here and does whatever he wants to do and makes cool videos at the same time.
Bro, that's so true, man. I don't know why that's such an American thing. They just don't leave.
Don't know. Some people, it's ignorance. You just don't know.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I think only 60% of Americans actually have a passport.
That's insane.
Yeah.
And I'm from Mississippi, so bro. Some people I have grandparents and aunts and uncles that have never been out the country before.
That's wild.
That's insane. And they're 70, 80.
Yeah.
It's wild. I tell them I'm going somewhere and they be, why are you going there? Yeah. It's crazy. So that's why I do it. There's so much more to the world to see.
So what's your origin? So you grew up in Mississippi. What's the origin story? What happened?
I grew up in Mississippi. My mom had me when she was young and grew up in Mississippi for 4 years. My mom was going back and forth because she was in college in New Orleans. And so she would pick me up. Then we moved to New Orleans officially for 4 years and then hopped around. I went to Tennessee for a year. And then we finally got to Georgia. And yeah, because my mom's a pharmacist. So yeah, she had to do residency and do all those things. But
single mother pharmacist.
Yeah, while in
gangster, bro.
She had me the entire college career. I remember waking up at I have a really good memory. I remember waking up at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, and she's she has a highlighter and she's highlighting stuff, and then she has to take me to go take a test in class, and I'm talking in the middle of class. I remember that, and she's slaps me on the shoulder yo, shut up. And then she goes to work right afterwards. So I remember all that.
Man, that's like pursuit of happiness moment.
No, seriously.
Holy fuck.
Seriously. And the reason I travel is because of her. So, good story. She was in my grandmother put her in boarding school and all her other siblings, and she randomly decided to take Russian. Out of all the languages, there was only like 5 students, and their class trip they went to Russia. And so a little girl from Harrisburg, Mississippi went to Russia, and that like triggered her like brain. So when I was younger, Mexico, Bahamas, and then as soon as I went to 13, I'm in the middle of basketball season. She took me to Dubai, Paris, and Egypt. And then I graduated high school, and she takes me to the Great Wall of China in Beijing for her 7th world wonder that she's seen. So yeah, she's crazy. She's a monster.
That's amazing, man.
Shout out Erica, baby.
Oh, shout out Erica. Mama Dukes.
Mom Dukes.
Fuck.
Yeah, man.
Bro, so okay, so you were growing up, you know, like, did you go to school? What happened?
Yeah, I was in school. I was moving around, like, it was weird because I was moving around a lot. So I had to get used to, meeting new people. I had to get used to, and my dad lived in Mississippi or was playing basketball and lived in Mississippi. So I used to always go and I would be in school and then I would go stay with my grandmother for the summertime. And so I used to go to my mom used to put me in really good schools. So I would be in very high educated, richer schools. And then I'll go to Mississippi and be kind of in the hood. So I was always able to they'll be like, why you sound so proper? And then I come back to school and they'll be like, why you sound so country? So I was able to balance personalities and be able to not change personalities, but adapt.
Yeah.
So yeah, especially being able to meet different people and doing things of that nature. So yeah, that's why I feel like I can cater to everybody.
That's super important. I think that's super important. Kids traveling young, changing schools. They tell you that, hey man, it's so hard on a kid. And it's supposed to be fucking hard. You get fucking mad skills from that shit. I went through, I don't even know, probably 10 different schools, 3 different countries, before I was even 12. And then you kind of start networking with people and you're like, bro, this is so easy.
What was it like moving, what was the shock of moving different countries?
Well, when the shit started, I was in Yugoslavia, I was in the war.
So
it's kind of that's my baseline. So after that, I'm like, oh, this is fun. I never got attached to shit because it was just well, this will just change. So you never got too attached to favorites or toys or places.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's a huge advantage because I think a lot of people, they get addicted to material things and then it holds a power over you.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas for me, I love cars, but I got cars in Canada. I don't really give a fuck about it anymore. When I'm there, I enjoy it and then I can leave and not be like, oh, I miss my car.
Uh-huh.
I got cars here that, I'll drive it one day and then I had another one, it fucking died. It got fucked. I'm like, kid, no big deal. I don't get attached to shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Yo, what's your favorite color? I'm like, I don't really have favorites. It's
Exactly.
just stuff. Maybe today I like white, tomorrow I like green.
Exactly. How old were you when you were in the wartime, I guess? During
that was from 0 to 8.
Whoa. And then so do you remember any of that?
Oh yeah, all of it.
Tell me, tell a story.
Yo, so I remember I was actually in the attic in Belgrade. We're getting bombed by NATO. And
we're getting bombed is crazy.
Yeah, all you hear is bombs going off, right? And we're watching the TV to figure out if we need to go downstairs. Because when the sirens sound, we have to go downstairs and we have to put towels over our face because they were actually bombing us with I don't know, illegal bombs, chemical bombs and shit. A lot of people got cancer in those areas after from the after effects and stuff. So when we were there, I was so aggressive. I was like, yo, fuck this shit. Give me a gun. Let's go fuck these guys up, and my dad was like, no, you don't understand. This is the war and we got embargo and we can't get products in. That's why everything's so expensive. And we're all working, hoping to get paid, but a lot of people weren't getting paid because the companies weren't getting paid. Imagine you're producing stuff in your company and you expect to get a profit. So you export your shit, but then they put an embargo and you can't get your money back. So the company has no money to pay its workers. So if your family's a worker, they don't get paid. So
in
now
the middle of war.
Yeah, so you're I just worked 3 months, I'm not getting paid. Oh, wow, I got to go get a new job, So that shit was super tough, So I always used to wonder, there's a girl in my kindergarten class, she died. She got fucking bomb fell on the roof of the house, instantly dead. And then we're in kindergarten and they're like, oh, this girl's not coming back anymore. She got killed. So in Serbia, everything's very direct. It's not trying to sugarcoat shit for kids. No, she got fucking killed. This is what happened. This is what it is. So I got met with death very early. And I was always scared because my dad used to work 3 jobs. So I was always scared. I'm like, yo, is he gonna come back or not? Like, is he coming back or not? That was always fucking really, really scary.
That's
So
insane.
because of that, like anger and like fear and all that, like it turned into like just forward drive and momentum. I was like, yo, okay, what do we need to do? Like, do we need to get guns? Do we go fight them? How do we win this? Like, we need to win.
Like you want change,
Yeah.
but like there's
That was
not a whole
always
lot
like
you
that
can
was
do,
always my
but
mentality.
you're like, yeah.
Yeah. But the refugee camp, I'll tell you, was some of my fondest memories with my grandpa. Because my grandpa used to go around and he used to bribe all the guards to let us leave with the children and go explore the woods. And he would teach us about like birds and animals and tracking like deer and looking at plants and like this is edible, this isn't, and looking for strawberries and checking out like caves in the mountains and like looking for like natural spring water.
Bro, that's
like,
crazy.
You know, so a lot of people think, oh my God, it's so fucked up. I'm like, I don't know. Like to me, that was normal. I didn't know anything else. So I'm like, this is the greatest time I ever had with my grandpa.
Y'all made it like out, like you had to make the best out of it.
Yeah, it was fucking awesome. And he was always a super happy guy. Like even in the worst situations, like he had a super tough life.
Yeah.
But he's like one of those people that like you can't break him. Like he's just like always chill, always happy. And everybody loved him. So for me, watching that, it was like me learning like networking. You know, like you can have a shitty situation, but you can still find that win in there somehow. You know?
That's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. And then that like for like business and stuff like that, like it can only be so like, you know how it is. It can only be so bad.
Bro.
At that point, it's like, you know,
it's constant.
It's constant.
It's constant.
Exactly.
Like, you know, you can never fully just set it and forget it.
Exactly.
You know,
you can't have 10 things going on and all 10 go correct.
Yeah.
Like, but like you said, that childhood stuff and like you said, like even the things with your dad and just like wondering like how you want to fix and change, like that's how you get that drive as an entrepreneur as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that's crazy.
You know, I recommend everybody do this. Like, go fucking talk to a performance coach. You know, like if you watch like Billions, like, you know, he's got for the entire office, he's got an actual psychologist that like deals with people's inner issues and victimhood mentality and shit like that. So when I went to one, we spoke and she's like, you have zero victimhood mentality. In fact, you take too much responsibility for everything. Like, you believe you can control everything. I'm like, I can't.
Where do you get a performance coach at? I've never even heard of that.
Bro, exactly. Nobody tells you that shit. They tell you go
Nemo be having all the gyms.
Yo.
Nemo has all the gyms.
They tell you go to the therapist, you know, get your shrink, you know, get your Xanax, you know, get your fucking drugs, you know, you're bipolar, you have ADD or whatever fucking alphabet fucking word soup you want to call yourself and you're a victim and nah, bro, fuck that shit, you know?
Yeah.
Like you're a Mississippi boy and you travel the fucking world. Your mom's a single mother, she's a fucking successful pharmacist. What the fuck is an excuse for everybody else, you know?
And you cussing, bro? I'm about to get the cuss. Usually I try to clean up the content for it, but fuck it. Let's get it, baby. Yeah, let's get it. Let's get it. We cussing in this bitch.
Yeah, man. That's truly how I feel, bro. It's, you know, you gotta control your reality. You know?
For sure.
And one thing that helps with that is I always tell people, you have your circle of concern, which is fucking huge, you know?
Yeah.
Like you might be American, oh my God, liberals, fucking Republican, Trump, Obama, whatever. But then you got your circle of influence.
Yeah.
And that's very small.
Exactly.
And if you just focus on this and ignore the circle of concern,
100%.
like you can actually start influencing your reality.
100%.
And now you create a positive feedback loop where everything you say, you see change in real time. And now you're like, wow, I'm a fucking monster, bro. I can influence my own reality and change whatever I want.
Exactly.
And then that circle of influence grows.
And that's power.
That's power.
That's power. That's freedom.
Yeah.
And then you come out here and do it.
Yeah.
So now, like, I'm at this point, I'm like, Trump, bro, stop talking about Colombia, bro. Like, please, leave me alone. Leave us alone.
Like, bro, and this is the thing, right? Like when Petro came into power, everybody fucking was like, yo, fuck this guy, da-da-da. And you know, he's gonna fuck everything up. And it's like, okay, yeah, I mean, a lot of things did get fucked up, but in the end, there's still people that found more opportunity because of that.
Exactly.
So for example, when we came in, like I came 2 years ago, like that was kind of early into his thing. I didn't know much about the politics at the time.
Yeah.
But I definitely saw some of the things that used to exist that he took away that would have been helpful.
Like what?
Well, for example, like, you know, hotels, if you build a new hotel in the city of Medellín, you got 30-year income tax free.
Oh.
So he took that away.
Okay.
Now you had other like tourism-based tax incentives to invest. There was a fund created for development. They were trying to solve the housing crisis. and he removed a lot of those incentives, right?
Damn, I didn't know that.
So that's an interesting thing that happened. Now, I could look at it from the negative side and be like, well, fuck, I wish that existed for my hotel. Or I could look at it on the other side, like, yo, maybe this turned off like 90% of my competition. And they just fucked off somewhere else.
Exactly.
And I just stuck it through, and now I figured out how it works, and I'm ahead of the game. So if we get a new guy that comes in that's like pro-business and pro-foreign investment, who knows, maybe I have less competition, or if that competition does come later, I'll be so much further ahead that even if they're better or more powerful or better connected or have more money than me in my network, I still got that head start.
Exactly.
Where that's an advantage.
You're a year, 2 years, you're already started into the process rather than them coming into brand new territory.
Yeah, so it's always just, like, what can you control?
Exactly.
What's
and then 10 years
influence?
And then 10 years from now.
Yeah, that's it.
You can't
time goes by so quick and so slow at the same time.
Exactly.
Like days pass by so fucking slowly, but years pass by so quickly.
Exactly. Especially when you're like your schedule's full.
Yeah.
Like if your schedule's full, then like you're constantly doing things, then time's really gonna fly by.
Yeah.
If you're fucking off your day, it's still gonna fly by, but it's like you're gonna realize you wasted so much time rather than like fulfilling in so much time.
Yeah.
So I agree with that for sure.
Oh.
That's something else I think you can be really successful in a lot of places, but I think coming here and everything being so calm, like, and I say it all the time, in the United States, it's always like it's you may learn a new skill, but like how much time do you have to implement on it? I feel like here, everything's so chill that you can actually have a productive day of 12 hours and work on like 3 projects. Like when we grow up, they say like you can only focus on one thing. Here, I feel like you can focus on 3 things because you don't have all the distractions. You're not thinking about rent, or you're not thinking about having 20K in expenses, because like that's, if you do, like that's like business expenses and things of that nature, because it's just completely unnecessary. So it's like before I was spending like 12, 15K a month in Arizona. Like now I spend 2,500, 3,000. If I do spend 4,000 or 5,000, whoop-de-doo. You know what I'm saying? So I think here is like, or when, not even just here, just anywhere. Like if you can get out of the environment you're in, you can actually like sit down and focus and like fulfill your day into whatever you want to do. So
yeah, I'm a big believer of that, man. I mean, even Jesus said, you'll never be a prophet in your hometown.
Exactly.
Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody believes you. They don't, nothing.
Exactly.
Like I can go back to my hometown, Hamilton, and people are like, it's Nemo, the guy with the crazy ideas about business and whatever the fuck,
Yeah,
and
you get the
like,
love,
bro, you
whatever.
have a fucking basic job. What are you talking about? Like, what are you talking?
Exactly.
But it's like, that's how that's you can't change that.
You can't,
right?
No.
But then you go somewhere like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, can you coach me? Blah, blah. Like if this guy heard this guy asking me to coach, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Exactly.
What's he gonna teach you? That's retarded,
Exactly.
But in reality, when you leave a place, you go to a new place, you get to have that like, like one persona meets a new persona. They're both new personas. Like I met you and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? This guy's killing it on Instagram. He's got all this. Immediately I'm like putting the number. I'm like, yo, let's do a video together. Let's do this. Let's raise capital. Let's whatever. You're like, yo, I'm down. And
it wasn't even like that though. Like we weren't even like remember we randomly came up with the interview idea. I was like, bro, that was my first ever interview.
Yeah.
That was the first ever interview I've ever posted on my page.
Yeah.
And went crazy.
And we were just chilling. We're like, yo, let's do this, let's do that. And it's like, you're so down, I'm so down. Okay, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Whereas, bro, I remember so many of my fucking boys from like high school and shit. I'm like, yo, let's do this and this and this. And like, nah, man, it's not gonna work or whatever. I don't know. Like,
there's so many distractions, bro. Back home, like you got your friends, you got your family, like, and no, obviously it's not a bad thing to have all that, but you have so many different variables. Like you said, your friends are always like, let's do this, let's do that, let's do that. Everyone has so many other different variables going on in their life that you don't even have time to implement.
Yeah.
So it's like, out here, it's like, yo, Jerry, what are you doing? Shit, just finished work. Come to the hotel. All right. It's straight like that.
Legit.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's so important because that's who I want to surround myself with. That's who I want to give the time of day.
Exactly.
Because it's like, like I know you're straight up. I know you're a real G because the 2 things I've asked you to do, you're like, I bet I'll do it. Mm-hmm. And then it worked. And now you're like, oh, well, this shit makes sense. So the next time, the 3rd time, I'm like, yo, let's do this. You're like, all right, like you're already in motion. You're like, how do I do it rather than should I do it?
Exactly.
And that's who you got to surround yourself with. You got to find your people, find your crew, because then you're going to move so much quicker rather than trying to convince people that aren't down.
Exactly.
Like, fuck that, bro. Someone's not down, bro. Remove them from your life.
Exactly. And in sense of that, just like us talking and connecting and then like helping each other like with the content and then whatever. And then you put me on with more people. That's why I'm a big believer. Well, I'm not gonna say that because some people make content for their business, and not to say content isn't my business, but I was a businessman before content. So it's like, what am I gonna charge someone $100, $200 a video or whatever? Or it's like just make a good connection. So it's like I did that video with you. Now I made that video with David. David's place went viral. You know, all that kind of good stuff. So everything comes in, and they're like, "Yo, what can I do for you?" And I'm like, "Bro, like we can just be good connections with each other, and then when something happens, then hey, give me opportunity to invest in something, or someone may come in town that's super important. You may introduce me to them first, you know, something like that." So it's like, it's all love at the end of the day. I think too, I want to say to that point, because we are out here and it takes a certain person to be able to be out here, you can like see through a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Compared to like everyone just being in there, like everyone can be in Atlanta, everyone can be in Toronto, everyone can be in California, like, so it's like you can't weave out certain kind of people, rather than when you come over here, not to say everyone's cool and not weird, but it's like you can already tell someone's kind of intention because everyone's spirit is like chill out here.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
100%.
it's like, bro, let me get your Instagram. You hit me up, whatever, boom. So it's like instant connection. Like, I mean, he's not on no weird shit. Like, we all out here.
Yo, and you know, for you guys listening, this is a big fact that homie just said here. You know, like, I'm looking at active ways for like the next hotel we do. I'm like, yo, how do I just carve out like a portion of equity for this guy just to give it to him for free, plus percentages for raising capital because of the way that he is. Like, that's how you get ahead. Bro, there's so many fucking people that, yo, what do I get if I do this for you? It's like, dude, I don't fucking have time to think about maybe what ifs of like, maybe what if nothing fucking happens? You're gonna pay me for my time?
Exactly.
Like, what if nothing happens? You
Exactly.
know?
Exactly.
So it's like when you just lead with like just giving,
genuine,
bro, it comes back. Because I'm like, yo, I don't want to lose this guy. I want to make sure he's part of the fucking crew. I want to keep him. How do I keep him? Give him fucking equity.
Exactly.
Bro, what am I gonna do? Put him on payroll? Fuck, he doesn't want a job from me.
No,
he wants to be fucking part of the crew. So how do I include him? So I got him forever, and then we'll just keep fucking doing this shit.
Exactly.
But that's because he came correct. He's like, yo, like, let's just do, I think this will work. Let's do this.
Let's try it.
All right, whatever. You know, let's do it. And he's like, yo, can you stand here, do this, da-da-da-da. I'm like, all right, whatever you want, bro. I'm not gonna, say anything about, like, that's your world. Let's do it. When it comes to the hotel, I'll do my thing, you do your thing. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
And it worked. So it's like, everybody should come like that, because when you go with just giving, like, you're in the power position. You're not the one that's in scarcity mode hoping you get fed.
Exactly.
You're just, how do I provide infinite value? And then in return, it's like the correct people are going to feel obligated to give back.
Exactly.
Because I'm like, yo, how do I connect this guy with more people? Like, he's trying to do this thing. I'm like, yo, David Allen, here's this guy. Like, there's a couple other people that I can, think of that still need that introduction to be made. And you can do awesome things for them. There's that other Jerry, the two Jerrys now, right?
I talked to him the other day too.
Right? So I'm like, yo, like this, it costs me nothing to put this much effort into his business.
Exactly.
And he already did the same to me.
Exactly.
So it just creates this forward momentum. Boom, we grow together.
Start an agency or make some money before you start making content, and then you can just let the content, because we're in such an era right now where, like, even you doing a podcast and things of that nature, just like, I have people texting me all day like, yo, I need the investor dude's number. I'm like, yo, like, are you serious? All that kind of good stuff. But it's like, content is so strong and powerful right now. It's really unbelievable. And it's like, it makes people look at you, especially when you have like the right mission and everything, it makes people look at you like you're not real. Like, almost like, I'm not to say I'm like LeBron James, but like, people come, like, I'll be in the club, bro, and I'm chilling. I'm like with a girl, cooling, and someone will come up to me and be like, yo, like grab, like not grab me, but like grab me. Like, I need security, and like be like, bro, you help me get out here. Like, you really you changed my life.
Yeah. Like,
it's weird. Like, like when someone like stops you and someone stops you and you're like, okay, yeah, bro, it's cool. Like, no, it's like the interaction is so strong that they won't even let you leave.
Yeah, because they feel like they know you already.
They feel like
watching your shit. They're like, yo, this is my boy Jerry.
And I made movement off of your videos. Like, I just moved here 2 months ago because I saw your videos. I'd be like, bro, that's fucking crazy. And he'd be like, bro, like, give me your WhatsApp. Like, people are forced.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, bro, here, like, you know what I'm saying? But
Yo,
like,
but it's true, man. This is a wild world, right? I didn't believe it. And you know who fucking got me on this? Fucking Medellín Buzz, bro. Andrew Messia, bro. He kept bugging me to do the hotel video. And I'm like, bro, I don't know. I'm raising money for this. Nah, nah, nah. Like, why would I put this online? You know, I didn't even like explain it. Like, because, bro, I'm in Canada when we used to do this shit in like events, bro, like you have to have your numbers like fucking like 1000%
Dialed.
correct, dialed in.
Yeah.
So like my basis for running numbers is so tight.
Yeah.
It's like professional grade underwriting.
Yeah.
So when I share the numbers, most people in the audience would like pick, yo, what about this? What about this? What about this? And you'd have to be prepared for
You
that.
have to be prepared.
You have to like know how to answer with confidence, with like
no
panache, not like, oh, well, like you
not
have
a
to,
stutter.
no stutter, like
perfect.
You know?
Like a
deliver that
webinar,
shit, yeah.
like boom.
Yeah. So then when I started, like, when I did, I'm like, whoa, like it's so fucking, like the standard's so high in Canada compared to the rest of the world.
Crazy expensive too there.
Yeah,
so
but
it's like
wild, you know. Whereas like the rest is like, yo, so what's the return? 20? Yeah, I'm down. Like, what?
Yeah.
You don't want to. I put so much work. You don't even want to.
Yeah.
Like the best.
But that's that thing though, bro.
Yo,
like, it's everyone's hustling like so hard that it's like, am I about to give this to you? Like, what am I getting out? Like, actually, compared to like, it's so chill here and everyone loves the place and energy. It's like, bet.
Yeah. That's the wildest thing to me. Like I saw the other people raising money for the hotel. I went on and like had a meeting with some of them, and I'm like, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, what are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Like, how does this make sense to you? And then they called me rude. I'm like, bro, you want me to invest $200,000 and you think I'm rude for asking how my $200,000 is going to be safe and secure? Are you fucking retarded? What's wrong with you? But apparently that's not the norm. So I was like, whoa, where did I come from? What's going on here?
Because you would have got an extra 25 questions.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm used to. So like when I did the video with Andrew Messia, it fucking blew up. We raised $550K in like 3 months.
Is that the real estate agent?
No, yeah. The guy that does all the Medellín videos.
The one he did like 10 months ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? Like this worked so well. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I realized, I'm like, bro, why am I like even raising money through like organic network shit? Just fucking put videos up. Your audience will find you. If they care about whatever you're talking about, they'll just find you and it'll just blow up and that's it.
Exactly.
And I was like, holy shit. And then I saw your content and just like confirmed it more. I'm like, yo, this guy's entire world online is literally the people that like he needs.
Yeah. Exactly.
And they all find you.
Exactly.
You're not looking for them. You're just making your things that's fun to you. And like, I love your content. I'm like going through, I'm like, yo, this is hilarious.
Yeah.
But there's like fucking 30,000 other people watching that at the same time I'm watching it. And they're like, yo, this is fucking great. And then some people are like, yo, I'm moving to fucking Medellín. I'm doing this. I'm doing that.
Yeah.
It's a fucking movement.
Exactly.
And it's like, right now is the time to do it. Like, if you're not, you're missing out.
You're tripping.
Yeah.
You're behind. I tell people all the time, like in my webinar, I say, like, yo, do you want to retire at 62 or do you want to retire right now?
Oh, it's wild.
like
That's wild.
People make $200,000 a year, bro, and they can't retire until they're 62 years old, 64 years old. Like, that's wild. That doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
Like, that doesn't make sense. If you make $200,000 a year in Medellín, you're Pablo Escobar.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Like,
it's hard to spend.
It's
really
hard to spend, bro. Like,
you got to do some extra stupid shit too. Yeah.
And then you do that for 3 years and save, and then you throw all that bread into hotels and stocks, and it's a no-brainer. And then you can go to the beach for $48.
Yeah, you got to do it quick. You got to. Yeah, you got to move quick.
Yeah. Success loves speed.
Yeah.
Every time.
Boom. I love that.
Come on, man.
Bro, tell me about your darkest moment. What was the darkest moment in your life?
Let's see. Darkest moment. Darkest moment. One of my darkest moments. So I had a car dealership, bro. And I'm from Georgia. Georgia's one of the best like car like states for like selling cars and things of that nature. Like they have a really good economy for it. But it's like I didn't know much about cars. So long story short, I told my mentor I wanted to drop out of college. I wanted to make money. He had a car dealership business that he was about to sell. And he was like, you know what, young man, I'm going to give it to you and my friend Bryce. So we ended up taking over the bills, everything, all that. Bryce's dad helped us with the entire business. And so I'm buying and selling cars for $1,700, whatever. Car business is hard as shit, first off. You can spend $10,000 and make $800 off of a car. So I finally Bryce has to go to school at Houston, and Houston also has a really big market. But they have a lot of trucks there. So they have a lot of like old F-150s, and everyone in Houston has 3 cars. So their F-150s are sitting in their garage, driveway, chilling with 120K miles. In Georgia, everyone's truck has 250K miles. So I fly out to Houston, I start buying trucks, and I'm buying them for like $3,000, $4,000, and I'm selling them for like 10. So I'm doing that every month, like 1 month in, 1 month off, like just going back and forth. And then I end up moving to Houston.
Yeah.
And COVID hit. So when COVID hit, that's when all the car dealerships were like, hey, don't post your cars on Facebook anymore. I'll buy them. And then so I had, saved up like 40, 50K, and I have investors, I have everything kind of going on. And I got into a place where I couldn't find trucks anymore, but I still like was trying to make that 10, 15, 20K a month. And I started gambling. And then so when I started gambling, I'm like, I had went on a run and I had made like $12,000. And then you know how that shit go. Boom, I had thought I was hot. Basketball season came up, football season, they started getting rigged, and I like lost it all, bro. Like you know what it is when you're deep in, and like I'm used to making money daily or in pockets of 6-7 times a month. And so I'm like trying to survive, and like it's only going to 1-2 times a month, and there's bills and things of that nature. So I'm like, all right, bet I like gotta depend on this parlay and everything. Bro, so I like went in debt. Like I went all the way down to like $1,000 left in my name, owed investors, all that shit. That shit was ass. I had to move back to the crib with Mom Dukes. That shit was crazy. That was a crazy time period. I learned a lot. That was a bad time. And I was staying in like the trenches in Houston. It was crazy. That shit was crazy, bro.
Fuck, dude. That's wild.
That was crazy, bro.
So you're clean of that?
Yeah. Oh, hell
yeah.
No. I'll never gamble again. Never. Yeah. And I have an addictive personality. So it's like if basketball, like, oh, I know basketball so well, I'm trying to get, like, I'd rather put my time in content. Like, that's why I came out here, and then I'll put it in content, for instance. So now I have a content addiction.
Amazing.
Instead of a gambling addiction.
Okay, now I understand why you told me when I was like, yo, why don't you live here? You're like, yo, I got too many distractions. I got to be out.
I lived in Arizona. I was out 4 or 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So, no, I can't be near here.
That's wild.
Very wild.
That's wild. Yo, gambling's crazy, bro. The only time, like my gambling experience was I turned 18 and I went to a gas station because in Canada at 18, you're allowed to buy like fucking cards and tickets and shit.
Yeah.
So I bought a scratch ticket and it was like $4, right? And I don't care about the game. I'm like, yours just scan it. Tell me if I won.
Yeah.
Scans it. It's like, you won. I'm like, holy fuck, I just got $8. You know what I mean? I'm like, yo, I got $8. This is fire. And like my mentality was like, yo, $8 gets me in Arizona and a 12-inch sub. Like I'm fucking set. You know, this is fire.
I'm locked.
This is fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Then I'm like, yo, give me another one. He gives me another one, scan it, back to 4. I'm like, this is the most bullshit fucking. I just had a.
And then it's like an urge, like you're having fun.
And
now,
I'm like,
bro.
And I got pissed. I was immediately. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Fuck this. I'm gonna be almost like I almost had a 12-inch sub in a fucking Arizona. I'm down just to fucking 6-inch and in Arizona.
Now you about to not have nothing if you keep going.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna be hungry if I keep going. This bullshit. Fuck this. And that was it.
Oh, so you knew
immediately.
Smart. And that's the thing, man. Like, people always tell you to, like, your parents or like anything, like, all right, for instance, when you grow up, right, and everyone's like, your parents tell you like, don't smoke weed, and then you get in class and they tell you don't smoke weed because it's not the best for you, doesn't have the best effects, and then you get with your friends and y'all are all smoking weed, and it's like you think it's like normal because you and your friends are doing it. In reality, you're building like a terrible habit. So when I was in Arizona, I used to like smoke dabs and shit.
Fuck.
Bro, because like the weed was so expensive, it only made sense to buy dabs. And like I would smoke a dab, I would work for a little bit and smoke a dab at like 11 o'clock a.m., 12 p.m. and wouldn't do shit for the rest of the day.
Fried.
So it's like, it comes back to that point where they told you not to start smoking and building up that habit. Like, yeah, you can smoke like whatever at night or whatever, but it has no positives other than like, unless you have anxiety or pain and things of that nature. So that's why I say that, because it's like, if you can learn faults and like what's wrong and listen, and that's why mentorship, performance coaches and things of that nature is good, because if you can learn from someone else's mistakes and what someone tells you is wrong as quick as possible, now your routine is better. Now you're not doing things that harm your body. Like people smoking, their lungs are black. Like, and you're 32 years old and you smoke a backwood 3-4 times a day. I used to be there, but like that shit's stupid. And then you just smoke the fat ass backwood before you go to sleep. Now you're waking up at 11 o'clock. You're behind. I'm going way harder. I just woke up at 6. I went to the gym. I know it may not look like it, but I went to the gym. You know what I'm saying? And then now I got work to do. So it's all about planning your day, bro. Like planning like for the next day, planning for the week and staying ahead.
Bro, 100% agreement. Yo, on the topic of weed, bro, fuck, dude, that sucks because, I think weed's amazing. I love weed for what it can do. It can very easily like open your mind, change your perception of things, your perspectives. But people say it's not addictive. It's 100% addictive.
That shit's addictive as hell.
It's one of the most addictive things because like experiences are all addictive.
Exactly.
Like you have sex once, you're like, I want to do it again.
Exactly.
Like, sex isn't addictive, but it is.
That's why God told him not to do that, and he did it. And now
there you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for sure.
That's the game. And weed is all great until it's not. And people don't smoke or they don't smoke for a while. They're a joint won't hurt. Maybe 2, maybe bro, that shit turns into like a permanent habit so quick, and it takes up so much of your time,
you're
life,
compounding
and
negatives too. So you're spending money on weed, you're wasting time smoking weed, your brain, your mental is not there. So you're taking 3-4 losses in one in something that you just purchased.
Yeah.
So it's like, now imagine you buy a quarter each week and you don't smoke for an entire year. That's literally why I started making content, bro. I went 75 hard and I posted every day.
Yeah.
Because like when I was in Arizona, when I was in Atlanta, I could never do 75 hard effectively. Girls texting me, let's go out. Dude, my roommate works in nightlife. Let's go. I'm trying to go to sleep and wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning and a girl is jumping in my bed trying to drink, handing me a tequila bottle. Like, you know what I'm saying? So when I got out here, I couldn't speak Spanish. I'm like, I didn't come out here for women and all that good stuff. I did 75 hard. And then that's when I took that course. And I was like, I'm posting every day. And so it's like, from me I realized how productive I was not drinking and smoking for 75 days. I was like, if I can do this for a year, everybody's fucking in trouble. It's hard to do, but it's like, if I can do this for a year, no one's fucking with me. It's over.
Yeah.
It's over because I'm too locked in.
Yeah.
So that's like the perspective.
Facts.
Yeah, like that's the perspective I look at it. Like, and it's all about like, even when you go to David, like, and you go to Element Spa and you go do your day once a week, and it's like you're setting your preparation for your week each week to have a great week, rather than getting drunk on Saturday, sleeping your entire Sunday off, and then starting Monday groggy while I'm sitting there meditating on Sunday, waiting to like go crazy this week. So it's like LeBron James, bro. He puts more work in on his body than most everybody in the league, and he plays for 25 years.
Bro, straight the fuck up. Look, here's a funny thing. The one time that I realized that very early on was I was on we were on the 2 biggest yachts in Labor Day weekend in Miami. Like, I was like, this is fucking great. Like, I am now in the top 1% of this entire fucking city as far as experience and glamour and fun and show and, flexing and all that. I'm like, this is fucking wild. Not only do we have 1, we have 2. They're fucking massive.
Yeah, they're popping it.
Like, bro, it's like you're looking down at the other boat. You're like, that's a sick boat. I'm like, I had a boat in Canada, but bro, I know that's an expensive. I paid for that shit myself. I know that's expensive as fuck.
Yeah.
This is next level. Like, that looks like a toy compared to this. Like, you're looking down at the guy. You're like, bro, you can't even see the guy. He's an ant, And I'm looking, and nobody on that boat fucking drank. There's no alcohol there. I'm like, what? No alcohol. There was healthy food. There was like fruit smoothies and drinks for energy. And there was cigars. And there was coffee. And they even had that like weird bullet coffee, whatever.
Well, like kind of businesses and stuff, or like what did the people do?
Everybody was in business. Everybody was an entrepreneur. Everybody was doing some sort of whatever. And I'm like, yo, like my brain clicked.
This is the hack.
Most of the people, they were very fit. They were very healthy. They were very focused. And this was like, they did this event for people, like they're raising money for some blah, blah, but it's just another day to them, And it's like I had that, fuck, I forget who it was. I think it was Genghis Khan or someone. They're like, the day that I rode into your village was the most important day of your life because I killed and murdered everybody that fucking existed in this village. But for me, it was just Tuesday. something like that, right?
Mhm.
So I was like, damn, like this is fucking fire. Like these
Yeah.
guys, like they just live this.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm part of this now for this small, short little moment. But it changed the way that I thought about it. When I talked to one of the guys, you know, he said some fire shit. He was like, you know, he's like, it's normal to have a lot.
Mm.
I was like, what? He's like, it's normal to have a lot. All this, it's just normal. It's normal. Just make it normal. It's normal. Nothing crazy, just normal.
That's that Miami shit.
And I was like I had all like my anxiety and like the social shit just like dissipated.
Like lock in, listen.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. And like, he's like, yeah, we deserve this. Why would we not have this? Like, who cares what everyone else is doing? But like us personally, like, why would we not be here right now?
Well, meanwhile, everyone on these smaller ass boats y'all are watching are drunk as hell.
Wasted, fucking driving drunk, getting DUIs, getting pulled over, paying fines, losing your license, fucked up for the next day.
2 days.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and this is just like one guy's flying private after, one guy flew in private for this, one guy's got a Rolls Royce, and it's just it's just normal, just whatever. It's all stuff. Who cares? And I'm like, wow, the way they like make these big dreams that most people have like so small and insignificant is like what makes it not hold power over you.
Yeah.
Because now it's like we're here to have privacy, to connect with each other, so nobody else is judging us, saying you guys are losers for not drinking.
Exactly.
Because it's like, that's what people do. Like, why are you there not partying? You should be popping off, you know, fucking hookers and drugs and drinks and whatever.
Exactly.
Like, that's what the rappers do. And it's like, bro, the rappers make a fucking video.
They're different.
Like,
that's a totally different. That's a
you know what
1%.
I mean?
Like, and their managers aren't drinking and smoking, and you know what I'm saying? So, exactly.
And most of the time, you look at the super successful ones, like, they're not doing that shit either. Like,
Exactly.
you don't see 50 Cent actually fucked up off blow
No.
with random help. Like, dude is locked the fuck in.
Locked.
Bro. You know, like,
Locked.
dude wrote a fucking book. He made movies. He made fucking series. Like, he knows power.
He knows it.
His mind is like a fucking temple.
He's a demon.
So
He knows business.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, you know, that's kind of what I learned from that. So speaking of learning, who would you say that in your life was one of your biggest mentors or influences or coaches that you've had?
I gotta go Mr. Up for sure. Mr. Up, the guy that gave me the car dealership. That chance and that opportunity and just willingness to like he told us, he was like, yo, look, young man, like, he pulled up the auction website. I was like, yo, like, I'm really trying to get to it. I was like, I was in nursing school, bro. I was in nursing school. Like, my mom's a pharmacist. My uncle was like, if I'm going to do anything again, I'm going to be in the medical field, all this kind of good stuff. And I was like, okay, I tried it. And honestly, I'll tell you another dark, I had to take Adderall, right? I've never even probably said this on camera. I had to take Adderall. And, you know, when you're in nursing school, you have tests and quizzes every week and things of that nature. And so I'm trying to like stay up. I'm trying to stay like positive. I'm trying to stay studying for each hard ass exam that I have to have. I have to memorize 900 medicines and I need to know the interaction. So if you take this one medicine with this, like, you'll die. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, you have to be able to answer that kind of stuff, right? And so at the end of the year, I had a B. Me and my boy were like cheating on some of the tests and things just to get through, just so I didn't have a bad grade. And I couldn't go back home to re-up on my Adderall dosage and up it. And because I had to go see like a certain kind of doctor. So I couldn't go back home and do it. So what I did, because my normal dosage wasn't working, I started double taking them. And so I failed my first test that I had to take to get, in nursing, you have to take like a standardized exam after each class at the end of the year to get your grade. If not, like, you fail the class. So you might have an A and then fail the exam once, then you fail the class.
Yeah.
So I come back to take it. I'm taking I take a double pill, fail the first one. I go back home for Thanksgiving. I'm studying. They're like, yo, we're going to give y'all a second chance. I'm studying the entire week with my mom. I'm doing whatever. I take a double pill and I'm in class and I take the test. I know like a lot of it. I failed by 0.5 points.
No.
Bro, and I'm off a double Addy, laying in my bed in the dark room. I'm literally thinking about killing myself on some crazy shit. And then from there, once obviously I didn't do it. And I got home, I dropped out of school. Like, I was so off school and I didn't want to take Adderall ever again. I'm thinking even if I did pass this shit, I'm going to take Adderall every day of my life to fucking take care of people. Because when you're off Adderall, I'm not an idiot, but I'm totally different person.
Yeah.
So after that, bro, I was like, yo, I told my mentor, I was like, yo, I got to get the fuck out of here. Like, I got to, I'm trying to run a bag up, help. Gave me the car dealership. And then I bought my first Impala for $1,700. I only had $2,200 in my name. And then from there, it was up. So yeah, shout out Mr. Up, man. Saved my life.
That's fucked.
Yeah.
Bro, the drug shit is fucking crazy, man.
It's wild.
Honestly.
It's crazy. It's crazy though, because I needed it, like, in order to like go through school. But what does going through school technically do for you in the same sense? So it's like, it's kind of fucked. Like if you take it, like if you want to say it's fucked just in general, but then like if you take it like why people need it, because we're going through school, but what does school do for you? And then you got to go 50, 60, $100,000 in debt for you not to be guaranteed a job, for you to work for someone and be making 40, 50K a year in the United States. I just told you $200,000 a year, you don't get to retire till 64. So what the fuck does $50,000 a year do? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then I'm taking Adderall now to make sure I focus to be making $50,000 a year 20 years from now.
Well, look, if you just look at it from a basic investment standpoint, it's a terrible investment.
Yeah.
Like you're going to be like 100K, 200K in debt and more if you factor in all the costs, like living, everything associated. Time, right? And now you got like an 8-year payback on that. So like your return is shit.
And you're in debt for the rest of your life, and its interest is accumulating.
Quick maths, this shit.
Yeah.
Like, don't do it. I guess some people want to do it. I got a buddy, Dr. Adam Smith, fucking awesome guy. I got another one, Dr. Kenneth Redden. Awesome doctors. You know, you need to go to school to be a doctor. That makes sense.
My best friend's in school to be a surgeon right now.
Yeah.
And his brother's in residency. So that's totally different though.
Makes sense.
That's
your
fire.
mom, pharmacist, you can't just pick that up.
For sure.
That's not YouTube University shit.
For sure.
But like, you know, you want to be in marketing or business, bro, go fucking clean cars in your neighborhood and try to sell somebody, yo, can I clean your fucking car? $100.
Still read books though.
Job.
Like still read books.
Yeah, for sure.
You can read the book that they give you in school. You can still purchase it and not be in school.
Yeah, and honestly, you don't even like study lessons. I don't even read books.
Yeah,
I don't even have time to read books anymore. It takes too long.
Neither do I.
You know, I just
it's bad though, but I wish I could. But
well, bro, I probably read more than most people every single day. Like all my reading, like people don't understand, but the reading that I do, like every single time that I'm reading something, like how I level up. Like even when, like I told you about the financing business, right? Yeah, I don't have a financing background. I don't have a accounting background. I'm not an attorney, but I understand the legal language of multi-tiered international corporate shell structures. I understand financing, to the Big Short, the movie Big Short.
Yeah.
Like I can literally watch the movie and understand what's happening in real time.
Yeah.
Maybe most people can, but I actually understand what the back end of that looks like in execution and running that. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to the conversations for finding the right roles, I understand what the role structures are. So those are the three most important things. You need to know like what is the language that they use. That's number one. Verbiage. So you got to be able to talk. Yeah, the verbiage is super important. The second thing is you have to understand the concept. So what problem is being solved and what's being done. And then the third thing is you have to understand what the roles are. Like, what does a loan officer do? Like, who underwrites deals? Who approves this shit? Who's buying it? Who's selling it? What is an RMBS? How do you fucking tranche shit up? These are the questions that you need to be having, and that's all answered with ChatGPT and with YouTube and with Google. Yeah. And you put those three things in front of you and just go through it, and you'll understand fairly quickly what's happening. But the method for learning is what I think is the most important. So my go-to strategy for that is always master the basics. Shout out Kevin Trudeau. Your wish is your command. Master the fucking basics.
Yeah.
If you master the basics and that's all you need, like you don't need to know the Rothschild, Rockefeller, fucking global elite strategy for international banking.
Yeah.
You just need to know, you just need to be able to define in a sentence, what is international banking?
Yeah.
What is the World Bank?
It's to add to that, what people like overthink or whatever, to add to that exact point, is knowing your learning style. So if Nemo says this shit out loud, I'm not going to be able to hold it in. Yo, Nino, like, can you pull this up and show? Remember, like, when you first showed me and you were telling me about everything, I was like, bro, can you, like, show me, like, what this looks like?
Yeah.
So then I can see it visually, but it's like, that's another shortcut. Like, if you know how you want to learn, then you can skip steps.
100%. There's two forms that I'm aware of, and these are the people that kill it in school. They're the people that learn from the bottom up. So you give them like the building blocks, and they'll be super interested in the building blocks. And at the end, when they put the puzzle together, they're like, hooray, I got a prize. I understand the full picture now. Those are the nerds. Like, they're so good at that.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite. I got to understand the whole picture, and I got to work my way down.
Exactly.
And most of the time, I only care about the top 10 to 25%. Because I'm thinking, and how do I use this in reality? Or where do I put this and this and this? I'm thinking like outside of that.
Yeah.
Like I've never.
I need to just get a brief understanding
That's
of
it.
this.
Like I don't need to know everything. Yeah, because I'll just hire for that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Like people ask me like, yo, like how many like, bro, I have like 10 degrees. Like, what do you mean? I'm like, yeah, well, one works in this, one's in finance, one's an accountant, one's a legal.
Yeah, exactly.
Like I probably like I got 10 degrees, you know?
Exactly.
But I dropped out of high school.
Exactly.
So like that's just the way that it works sometimes. So if you can like organize your mind to work in that, listen, it's not for everybody.
Yeah, for sure.
Because it's a full-time thing.
For sure.
You know, like when
what was your first business?
Bro, my first business was I was a construction company. We did aluminum composite panels and cladding and construction for government contracts.
And how'd you get into it?
My dad.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw what he was working on, and I'm like, yo, we should do a business. And I knew sales, and you know, we just jumped into it. And he's like, yeah, let's do this. And I wanted to get into real estate. And he's like, yeah, you know, let's try this for a bit. I don't want to work at my job anymore. Like he was like the second guy to the owner. And he's like, yo, I'm just gonna go and like install myself. I'm gonna make more money, and then we can hire people, get crews, whatever. And we started like that.
Okay.
And you know, that was the first business, and that was the most horrific and hardest and most obstacle filled like time of my life. I was extremely fucking unhappy, like in every aspect of my life. You know, I hated the like I was getting fat because of the lunch that we were eating on site. You know, everybody drank beer all the time and smoked, so I was drinking and smoking. I had to come home and like smoke some weed to just chill out because it was like 12, 14-hour day, and your body can't fall asleep because you're just like you're just lit from all the problems and the things you dealt with. And then like 2 to 3 hours of traffic per day. You know, so it was horrendous.
Lighting up a blunt in the car.
Bro, it was wild. So then after that, you know, like I was in a relationship that I didn't like.
Where were you at?
In Canada.
Okay.
Yeah. I was in a relationship I didn't like. You know, like my friends were all like having fun and I'm doing this shit. And, you know, they're going to school, but they were like free most of the time. I'm like fucking busy. Terrible. And then we opened up a shop. From opening up the shop, we ended up, you know, I moved to the shop. I managed the guys there. Then I did the sales, the marketing. I did the bids and tenders and talking to the big GCs.
What was the biggest thing you learned from that first business, even though you went through all that shit and hell and everything? Like, what was the biggest thing you think you like took from that?
Man, I found out about I found out why I failed. You know, there was I think I only did 65% of what I was able to do. And that other 45% or 35% I needed for like my own sanity. And that other 35% is what like ruined the potential of what this could have been. You know, and it's because I didn't know what to focus on. So there's two things that are super difficult. One is like, you know that you don't know. Yeah. You know?
100%.
That's great. Because you're like, hey, I'm Jerry, and I know that I don't know how to build a house. Yeah. But if I look for someone that does, or look it up, or start brick by brick, maybe I can figure it out. Yeah. But if you don't know that you don't know how to build a house, and it's raining, and you're like, I need to solve being wet. How do I do that? That's fucking horrendous. Yeah. That's because you're like, I don't even know what a house is. Yeah. Do I go look for a cave? Do I stand under a tree? Yeah. Where do I find a house? Like when you're in that state of, I don't even know what I don't know, it's terrible. Yeah. And that was my issue. I didn't know what I didn't know. I didn't understand how banking worked, how contracts worked, how that shit, we ended up getting scammed. We had legal issues, all this bullshit. That
the lessons are coming in.
That's what killed it for me. Because I was like, this is bullshit. Because I was like, yo, if I put in the time and effort and energy, it'll work out. No. Not true.
But then it's like you said, that other 35% of how you're dealing with the L's, I call them L's, but they're lessons. Yeah. But you take them in, like, for instance, like I may have a bad business day and I smoke a dab because, like you said, you were smoking and drinking and you're doing all these negatives that aren't helping you, like, learn more about the business, or you could just be going to take a nap instead of, like, dealing with the bullshit like that. So I feel you, because it's like, But that's what you learned early in that entrepreneurial state and that business state where it's like now I'd rather own the hotel than just be the construction company that builds it. You know?
100%.
You see what I'm saying?
And that was my biggest thing. Like I worked too much in the business. That was the biggest issue because I was fried. I was burnt out. I couldn't continue that way, and I shouldn't have done that.
Exactly.
You know, now like when I started the podcast studio, like I don't know how she edits videos. I don't know how he does sound. Like he looks busy. I don't know what the fuck he's doing. Like he's pressing buttons there. Shit happens, right?
Yeah.
But I don't want to know.
Yeah.
I want to learn passively, and you know, we'll have a conversation about sound or about video or styles and whatever, and I'll passively learn through time.
Yeah.
But I don't want to know what they know.
Yeah.
I can't.
No, for sure.
Because how am I gonna do all this?
Exactly.
And that was my issue. Because I was like, okay, no problem, I'll learn sound. And then okay, no problem, I'm gonna do the video. And then no problem, I'm gonna hold the camera. And then no problem, I'm gonna hold the mic. And then
you're gonna be
eventually you're like, I don't have any more hands.
Exactly.
And then you're burning out. And then you're like, oh, but the business isn't happening. Well, there's nobody steering the ship.
Working on the business.
There's nobody working on the business.
And then you know what's crazy too, like while we're on this journey, because I have a staffing company. Like I have a virtual assistant staffing company, and I help people delegate and put people in their business. But then now I'm at a point in my business where I have 10 employees. And it's funny that you say that because it's like you never like you said, you don't know what you don't know. And it's funny because it's like I have a virtual assistant company. I've never had 10 employees at once. So it's like now I have 10 employees. Now I'm trying to manage communication between all of them. Now I'm still trying to help people's businesses, but now I'm still on sales calls because I have all my operations done. But now it's like now I need to learn how to hire an American rep. You know, it's never, you never know. Like you said, you don't know what you don't know, but it's like when you're in this entrepreneurial state of mind and you've been through all that bullshit, like you said, my darkest moment, your darkest moment, your why and everything like that, you can learn so much faster. And then when you do learn, instead of like sitting here crying about it, it's like, okay, I just got an L. Now it's like, okay, now let me go talk to my guy. Let me ask Nemo, like, yo, when you had this problem and da-da-da, you're like, oh, I got a sales rep. Damn, for real? Where'd you get that? I got one here. Can you put me in contact? And, you know, it's like one of those things rather than like, I'm about to go out and get drunk tonight and like go to the club.
Yeah. Dude, one of the best fucking things that ever happened to me was when I was working with one of my buddies and we kept talking about business, and like we were both subcontractors to a bigger guy. So it was, you know, you're kind of running your own business, you're kind of not, whatever. You know, you pick up some side jobs here and there, but you're not really like a company yet.
Yeah.
And dude, me and this guy would talk just about nonsense. But sometimes like great things would come up.
Like when you say nonsense, like what? Like
you're just complaining about work and you're complaining about what other people are doing. You're complaining about like the way everything's set up. You're complaining about whatever. But those complaints, like we were starting to figure out like, well, this happened 5 times. Well, how can they say, well, they got to fucking do this, you know? And the difference between those, like, you know, that contractor, that grumbly employee, you know, is that, you know, we took action.
You're not figuring out the solution. You're just complaining about it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but which is great. Like, complain, bro.
For sure.
I love
everyone needs to vent.
Everybody,
needs
just
to
get it out.
Sure.
You know, I love complaining. It's fucking awesome. You know, but just like, you know, do it in a way where you're kind of like you're kind of using 2 minds, right? Like you're listening with one and you're complaining with the other, and then this one's solving as you're complaining.
Exactly.
And you kind of solve your own problem.
Exactly.
And then the more that it used to happen, the more we saw like, well, we'll just do this way now.
Yeah.
And then it was just me and him. So we're like, yo, I'll make your job easier by doing this. You make my job easier by doing this. And then we'll just take care of it at our level. And then we just took control over it instead of expecting that the boss is going to come and solve our problems. We solved it ourselves. And most people would be like, well, why would I do that? It's going to benefit him and I get nothing out of it. It's like, okay, but I'm practicing business.
Exactly. You're practicing business in real time.
And yeah, on somebody else's dime and somebody else's risk, on somebody else's invested money and somebody else's invested lead in marketing.
Sometimes the middleman can make more money than the main man.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you gotta
learn the parts.
You always have to, you know, how you do one thing's how you do everything.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
But speaking on that, what would you say in your life was your biggest mistake?
Biggest mistake. I think, okay, so after, like I kind of told you about the gambling and lost it all kind of thing, right? And then I moved to Arizona. So my boy's roommate in Houston, his name's Josh, he lived in Arizona. And so Josh played in the NFL, played for the Cardinals. And so then I moved to Arizona, and I had an affiliate marketing business. I sold my car company. And basically, my biggest mistake was being caught in the same light, like in being caught in that lifestyle and like kind of living like a high-end luxury lifestyle. And I was making a good amount of money from my affiliate marketing company, especially when I hit like the peak. Josh left, and then I started living that same high-end lifestyle by myself. And I was super locked in. I was saving as much money as possible, things of that nature. And then the Super Bowl happened in Arizona, bro. And it showed me like what Arizona like really can be, and like partying all like meeting the right people. And from there, it was like that turned into everything I had built up for a year. So this is the thing. This is what people don't understand. You know how it kind of goes. You learn from your lessons, and then you do so good for a certain amount of time, and then something happens and triggers. And what had triggered me was my investor hit me about that I lost money for the car dealership. And he was like, yo, I'm about to pay taxes. Like, is there any way I can get that 10K back? And I was like almost about to save up 100,000. And I remember that. And then I was like, yeah, I got it. You know what? You took an L, whatever. I took the L for everything or whatever. We technically lost the money, but I owe you money or whatever. Boom, I'm going to send it back to you. That next week, Super Bowl happened. And then I didn't look back and just partied, and I fucked it off again. I fucked all the bread off again. And so it was just like, and then I didn't fuck it off in a manner, but it was like, I didn't get back to that point where I was saving as much as I was spending. I mean, I was spending more than I was saving. And then I started maybe gambling and things of that nature again. So it was just like, it kind of, I got back into the same hole after having great habits for a year. So not looking at it like a marathon. So I'll say like, that was like a big mistake, was making the same mistake for the second time, which is a lot of people say like they've been millionaires 3-4 times, and it wasn't until their 4th, 5th time until they like actually knew what they were doing after they fucked it up. So I fucked it up again.
You know what I would suggest for that personality type? Because I have a similar thing for me. I am completely incapable of saving money.
Yeah.
I just like
it's tough for me too.
I see it, and I'm like, I gotta move it. I
Yeah.
gotta do something with it. So I just create massive expenses, but in the form of like investments and payroll.
Okay.
So like you see the team here, there's probably like 30 people here. There's like an online team, another 20. There's the team at the hotel, another 15. So to be honest, I don't really even know how many employees we have. Like I would have to really like sit down, and like, I don't even know all of them, but I know that they got to eat. So I got to find a way to make sure that they all get fed, they get paid. So I invest in people first, and then I try to find smart investments second. And then I put all my money into that. So like the hotel, before the capital call was done for the new investment that we have for like building another wing on the hotel, you know, I just got to fund this. So just $80K gone. Okay, well, I don't have the 80K. I guess the 80K is spoken for. I'll get it back whenever the investors, you know, send their wires in.
Yeah.
So it's like, I always look at it that way. Just move it right away.
Assets though.
It's got to be something. So you just got to like, you know, like, where's it going to go? And like, this is the biggest thing, bro. Like a lot of people don't invest enough into people. Like, bro, just fucking hire somebody, just pay them, bro. Just
Exactly.
see what it's like.
Exactly.
Just hire somebody to walk around with you for fucking 2 weeks. Give them $1,000, but you'll follow me around. And you'll see how big of a fucking retard you are.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that's the
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. That's why like I always talk to my team, and I'm always like in the student mode, like just trying to learn from them. Like, what the fuck do we need to do, guys?
Yeah.
Like, how do we solve this problem? Like, I know where we gotta go, but how do we get there?
Yeah.
A lot of people, they think, oh, when I'm a boss, I'm gonna just tell everyone what to do and everything's gonna work out great.
Yeah.
Bro, that is never gonna happen.
Exactly.
Like, you have to like ask them what is going on, and they have to tell you and report what's going on.
Yeah.
And everybody has to be on the same page. Otherwise, nothing will ever happen.
And listening as well.
It's huge.
Because I'll say this, bro. I was kind of like, and that's why I don't cuss naturally as much anymore, because I cuss naturally like a sailor. And it was like, because I told you the type of people that I make content for, it was like, it was limiting myself from maybe like someone like you, like really liking my content and things of that nature. So what I listened to, because I was like, everyone's commenting on my content. My mom is like, yo, stop cussing so much because I'm saying the
My
N
dad told me the
word.
same thing.
Yeah, so but it's cool though. Like it's certain respects. Like this is like we're being straight up, like
Yeah.
no non-filtered business, life,
Yeah.
everything. But like if I'm having fun and things of that nature and I'm doing the overlay, I control the narrative of how.
Well, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because it can easily just be like all the hoodlums loving my videos in a sense, but someone that likes real estate from like that likes our video, like how are they going to be able to cater and like my content and things of that nature? Because that could be, for instance, a potential lead down
That's
the road
right.
from our second, third video we post. So, yeah, that was like listening to like my grandpa, my dad, my mom, everyone like, bro, like you cussing too much. And it's like, oh, like, bro, y'all don't know this. Like, I'm a fucking content creator. Like, yo, shut the fuck up. Like, but then like actually like, yo, like my messaging's fucked up. So it's like I can still be funny, I can still be cool. Like I know how to do both, but like also like carry and portray a certain kind. Like I'm a businessman. Like I don't want someone to see this and think like there's no way I'm a businessman. That can hurt more than help. So it's like you got to play like the both kind of worlds of things.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you do curate your own audience, and you're casting a pretty wide net.
Mhm.
So you got to be very appealing and appeasing in a way
Exactly.
to a wider audience. Like you're right. Some hoodlum might be like, yeah, fuck him, blah, blah. But then some 55-year-old random dude that's looking to maybe invest might be put off by that.
Exactly.
So it's all about like curating to your audience. Yeah, that's a very good point.
And there's a way you can do both. Like some people can do both. So it's like I feel like like I told you, I grew up and was going to schools with really rich people.
Yeah.
And then I was going back home to the hood. And then, whatever. And then I got friends that are gangbangers and I got friends that work in corporate America. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
I know I can cater to both literally just from what my life has been like.
that's right.
So it's like do both. Like do fun, be in the club, and then talk about scaling on the offer. I can be on a boat and the girl's shaking her ass, and I can be talking about scaling the offer to 150K a month.
Yeah.
200K a month. So it's like a skill kind of thing. But that's what your wording has power for sure.
Yeah. That's huge, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge.
Something to think about too,
Absolutely.
for sure.
Boom, let's do the rapid fire round, bro. What's the book that changed your life?
One to Many.
One of many.
The webinar book. I forgot who wrote it. I forgot his name, but One to Many. It's fire. I learned that you can really talk to a mass crowd, especially, and I wasn't even thinking about it in like a content purpose, but that was another thing, like from hearing my people talk and then reading that book and him saying he can be in a room with 200 people and portray all of his words logically, emotionally, psychologically, and everything like that, and really be able to get someone to pay him whatever amount. He says he has an offer for 100,000 and 25 people buy it with their business money. And when I heard that, I was like, oh shit. Like your messaging and your wording really does, how you say one thing can like, make someone put money in your pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, that's good.
Yeah.
This is my favorite question. I'm so excited to ask you this. All right. So if you were to look at any character in fiction, nonfiction, anime, cartoon, movie, real life, whatever, what character would you most identify with?
Michael Jordan in Space Jam. Michael Jordan in Space Jam.
Why, bro?
Just like, hey, man, like you're the best. I really truly feel like in like a humble way, I feel like if I'm locked in on like whatever I'm locked in, I feel like no one can fuck with me. And then there may be hurdles, there may be monsters, there may be people pulling on your legs and things of that nature, but only the tough survive. And I feel like because I played basketball my entire life, like I'm a hothead on the basketball court. Like I'm a hothead, like I'm a hothead. So it's like being in business world and doing all those other kind of things, like that's nothing to like somebody want to fight me on a basketball court. Like there's nothing, whatever. So I feel like I'm a dog. So like, yeah, being able, monsters pulling at my leg, I'll just stretch and dunk. Jordan. Shout out Jordan, man.
That's fire, bro. I love that.
For sure.
We gotta start clipping more of these. I love this. This is hilarious. Monsters pulling on my legs. I just stretch and dunk. Boom.
Dunk that bitch, bro.
All right, man. What's the best money you ever spent?
Flight to Medellín, Colombia, baby.
Ooh.
Flight to Medellín, Colombia.
Love that.
Because it showed me like you said something earlier about the materialistic things. And America is so big on capitalism where you have to like spend so much money to do anything. Like
Yeah.
you gotta spend money to go to the beach. You gotta spend money, whatever. Coming here, it showed me like you don't have to spend a lot of money to have a good time and have fun. And I didn't know that before I came here. So spending a lot of money. I used to be that guy that sits down at the dinner table and get $88 cocktail for no reason, just because that was the most. Now I'm like, hell no. So yeah, that flight to Medellín, that changed my entire perspective for sure.
Love
Shout
it.
out Medellín, baby.
Yes, sir. What's your biggest red flag in a person?
Biggest red flag in a person. Ooh. I don't like someone who biggest red flag in a person is, I'm not gonna say it's the biggest one I think of, but like someone who doesn't implement, someone who will like talk your head off about something and then like don't implement because they make excuses.
Oh.
And it's like everybody got excuses, everybody got certain shit they gotta deal with. You pick 85% of the things you have to deal with, you have to pick. Some things, you know, like health or whatever the fuck, some of that kind of stuff happens. But like if you say you can't do something because you don't have the time and things of that nature, it's like because what are you picking to do in the other parts of your day? So I don't like that shit. Even though I have some things that I wish I could do more, but I'm focused on what I have going on right now. So yeah, that's a red flag for me. Someone who will talk your fucking head off.
Yes, that's huge.
That shit's ass.
Wow. That's a good one, man. Yeah, because there's a lot. It's so easy to do stuff. Just get it going. Just get it going in some direction. People will come to help.
Exactly.
If it's worth it, they'll come to help. If it's not, then you should probably quit anyway. But just get it moving.
You're not built for it then.
Yeah.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
But don't fucking talk about it.
Yes.
Don't talk about it. Like, that's what I like. That's the, like, some people are like, oh, I want to do content. Do content. But like, I don't want to make content like you. Do a podcast. Nemo has a podcast here. Like, go record a podcast once a week.
Done. Easy.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
What's a point of view that you've changed your mind on recently?
Point of view that I've changed my mind on recently. In sense of what, like, just every business or what, like, life?
Whatever comes to mind.
I've realized I haven't had a girlfriend in like 7-8 years because I got cheated on my last one. So I've realized that, like, and I've always realized this, but like you really start like locking in. Like I said, you don't know what you don't know, but like you know when you know something, right? I realized that I have like traumas and different things going on, and like from my viewership of growing up, my mom was always single and things of that nature. So I've realized that like I can be the problem in like my own relationships, whether if it's like quitting on a girl just because she pissed me off or things of that nature. My point of view of like women in relationships is changing because I talk to my friends that actually have relationships and I'm like, I'm tripping. Like that's on me. But it's knowing that like I'm tripping and that I need to go talk to them. Like I said, you can find out anything in the world. You just gotta go ask somebody who's doing it the right way. So point of view on that is like relationship with women and like ongoing like learning that because I've never been good with that, like maintaining like a long-term relationship.
Yeah, that's definitely something that
I told you that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just comes up. Like we talked about that. Sometimes it just clicks.
Yeah.
And then it's done. But yeah, I mean, that's so fun because right now, like I'm in the longest, well, I'm married now, but I'm now officially in the longest relationship I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was normal.
Mm-hmm.
And I hear people, we're dating. I'm like, how long? 5 years. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? 5 years of dating? How? Why? For what?
Yeah.
Like, bro, just get it done or just fucking,
pull the trigger.
Yeah, so like for me, it was like something that I'm like, all right, everything makes sense, kid. This is the thing. Done. Yeah. Before that, I was like, 8 months, like that's max, bro. Like it starts ticking, I'm just like, If it ain't there, like after 6 to 8, like it's done, bro.
Yeah.
Like what honeymoon stage lasts 3 months.
What are we doing?
And
that's how I am. I'm quick. Shit, we get to 2 months and I'm like, I'm more of like, yo, what is money? What are you doing to help me? Not to help me make money. What are you doing that is benefiting me? That's like helping me build up. But then I can also help you and build you up at the same time. But like, as soon as I don't see like any value in that, I'm quitting. But it may be a person I really like and I could have built up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, as soon as like I'm texting you too much and you wake up in the morning, you're groggy and piss me off. And we talked about that shit too. We talked about that. You told me some good perspective on that stuff. Like, it's like, bro, like, nothing should be pissing you off in the morning that like fucks up your entire business day.
No.
You're being an amateur at that point.
Yeah.
That's like fucking getting mad at business that day and then getting drunk and going to, it's the same type of things and control. So it's like, I'm open to new perspectives of like thinking and like learning and trying to actually change that kind of stuff.
No, absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. Bro, I love it. What's a 60-second message to the world?
Man, get to it, man. Don't wait. Success loves speed. We only have 80 years, 70 years, 60. Only God knows how long we can be alive. So implement, like, try it. If you don't like it after 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, don't expect to be good at something in 2 to 3 months either, but try. Like, write this one down. Everyone's journey is different. Don't compare your journey to Nemo, to me, to your best friend. Everyone's audience is different. Everyone's business is different. Don't try to like compare your life in someone's situations that they have going on to yours. Like Nemo may be able to help me with something and how he handles it. My personality may not be able to take something that same way, or my business may not be in that same way. Learn from it, try to like adapt and test it, but don't take everything so literal to the point where like you feel like, Nemo did this, so like I should do this, and now my hotel should be like this. Like, that's not how life fucking works. So yeah, don't compare yourself to people. Do your own. We're on our own marathon. We're on our own race.
Boom. Love it. Bro, how can people get in touch with you?
CEO.Jerry1, baby, on Instagram. You can also, I got a YouTube as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Boom. There you have it. Brother, absolute pleasure, my man. Thank you so much for coming on.
Absolutely.
And I know you're leaving tomorrow, so I do appreciate you making the time.
I'll be back. Don't worry.
Oh, I know.
I'll be back quick.
Oh, yeah. But I wanted to make sure I drop you in my upcoming season.
Let's get it.
Because we're on a roll right now.
Let's go, man. I'm excited.
So I'm loving it.
I'm excited. Let's get the people in there, man.
Guys, until next time, this is Nemology. And make sure you check this guy out. This is, I had always a blast looking at his content. So if you want to step your game up, or if you're looking for any remote hires, this is the guy.
Hit me.
Till next time, peace. And that's a wrap for today's episode of Nemology. From Jerry's journey, we're reminded of a few key lessons. Stay disciplined, choose your environment wisely, give value without expecting anything back, and move fast because success rewards action. Huge thanks to Jerry Bivins for sharing his story and his mindset with us. And if you enjoyed this conversation, make sure to follow the podcast and stay tuned. We've got more powerful episodes on the way. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep building your own path. This is Nemology, and I'll see you in the next one.